Suit up, and welcome back to another episode breakdown. Today we're diving into How I Met Your Mother, Season 1, Episode 3, Sweet Taste of Liberty. In this episode, it is a classic example of how the show mixes humor, friendship, and life lessons together. And it also is an episode that lets us analyze the tone for future character arcs, helps us explore some other themes, and deliver some of the series' most memorable comedic moments, at least for the first season. So, the summary of this episode basically is, the episode revolves around Barney convincing Ted to abandon his usual predictable habits and embrace spontaneity. And his plan is, obviously, picking up women at the airport. It's an absurd idea, but it is also quite funny. Meanwhile, Lily and Robin embark on their own adventure at a grocery store, reinforcing their growing friendship as the episode progresses. Ted learns the limits of Barney's wild schemes, leading to an important realization about balance in life. Themes and character development. So spontaneity versus routine. Ted, our main protagonist, is the internal romantic. He is often hesitant to break away from his usual patterns. And Barney, on the other hand, is all about living in the moment. And this episode contrasts these two perspectives, highlighting the importance of both spontaneity and stability in life. Now, friendship and loyalty. Even though Ted initially resists Barney's antics, he ultimately supports his friend. Even when it lands them in trouble, their dynamic in this episode lays the foundation for their deep friendship throughout the series. However, they were already friends for a few years before the show does kick off. And I think we already seen that in the first episode or something, but we'll go over that again another day. And Lily and Robin's subplot also strengthens their bond, showcasing Lily's playful side and Robin's, growing into being a main part of this group that she had found herself sprung into on that first episode. And another great part of this episode is the comedy in it. From getting detained at the airport to Barney's ridiculous pickup strategies, this episode does have a lot of good laughs in it, and the comedic timing has always been a key part of this show. And it is a really good episode to look at and be like, okay, this is how they do the comedy, and it works really well for this type of show. And it does make it a very standout episode early on in the show. Now, I think the series and this episode, the impact this episode has on the series is, this episode establishes Barney as the ultimate wild card. We don't exactly know what he's thinking all the time, and it constantly he's constantly trying to push Ted out of his comfort zone. And Robin and Lily's storyline also, continues to develop their friendship, which becomes a key pillar of the series. And Ted does realize that, and come to the realization of, that spontaneity has its limits, foreshadows his ongoing struggles between stability and adventure in his love life. And, yeah. Now, I think, this episode, all in all, it is a really good episode. It is a quintessential early How I Met Your Mother episode that does encapsulate the show's blend of humor, the heartfelt moments in this show, and the life lessons, of course. Now, it's a fun watch. I wouldn't say it's not. And it does entertain, but it also does provide insight into the characters that we're learning to go along with and be a part of their story and learn their story. It is something we learn a bit more as the series progresses. And I just want to know, what's your favorite moment from this episode, or just from the series in general? Then just let me know in the comments below. And while you're here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna have more How I Met Your Mother analysis videos coming out every Friday for sure. So yeah, thank you guys. Bye.